Hi everyone and welcome back to The Rewind, the place where nostalgia is, you've guessed it, happiness revisited. Thank you very much for joining me for this video today, guys. I really appreciate it. Alright, so for today's video I just wanted to discuss a little bit where the my collection is at the moment, where the market's going, things I've seen in the local shops, so just discussing that a little bit. As you can see, winter is officially settling in here in Southern Africa. Yeah, it's we've actually been waiting for it for quite a while, and yeah, it looks like it's here today. We've got some miserable weather out there, so yeah, the winter is finally here. So I just wanted to quickly just update on the DVD wall. So I'll just put some more shelves on. Yeah, I've already had complaints from my wife that there's no more room for the DVDs. I made some more room. So I put some more shelving in. I'll show you guys. There's a lot of empty spaces at the moment. But yeah, it's just, I wanted to show you guys some of the DVDs that I picked up. So that's why the shelves are empty. Yeah, so that's the thing. You know, if I'm a kind of a practical guy, so I like to make things. Got that little bit of a artistic side to me. And the thing is, you know, with the practicality of that, you know, that the idea keeps growing. So I'm pretty much gonna just try and outfit this entire wall with DVDs, like in the back in the day with the DVD stores. I would have liked to go VHS like over here, but you know, it's VHS. I was a little bit too late on that, and yeah, the prices have pretty much gone up a lot. So yeah, I got this little section, but yeah, I'm going to focus on the DVDs at the moment. Yeah, so pretty much the main idea is to convert this into like a retro kind of vibe little cabin. I'm waiting to get an old TV so I can hook up the PS2, VCR and the DVD player. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going for now. Yeah, it keeps expanding, and I've got this space that's, you know, not really being used. So I'm sort of kitting it out. So yeah, you can come in here and have a very nostalgic kind of feel. All right, so yeah, pretty much, guys. What I've been up to lately, the last 2 weeks have been really, what's the word? Yeah, it's been great. I've really found some really cool stuff to add to my collection. Yeah, some crazy stuff, but I'll show you guys that now. You know when you walk into a secondhand store and you find something that is extremely undervalued, you multiply it by 6 and you have a small heart attack. And literally, I was shaking like this when I picked this stuff up. But I'll show you guys in just a few moments. Right, so what the market looks like at the moment. I've really, like I've said before, I've really stopped my PS2 collecting and getting games for that. I'm still looking for certain titles that I want to play. So I'm really just focusing on trying to get games that I want to play, and not really for any other reason, if they're not too expensive. But I've really leaned into the PlayStation 3 now, and yeah, it's been crazy. I start playing a game and then I just get another stack of amazing games. Then I sort of pause the game I'm playing. I'm sort of rolling into the newest stuff that I got. So yeah, it's I'm all over the place when it comes to gaming at the moment. Yeah, it's been really crazy. In some places, it's kind of expensive. The PS3 games are really expensive, and other places just have no value for media at all. So I'm pretty much just going around to the normal places, and a lot of them are just pushing out physical media. They're just trying to get rid of it, and yeah, DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff are just going for absolutely nothing right now. It's just that the prices are on the floor. So now is a very good time, if you live here, to sort of just get into collecting DVDs and just preserving movies pretty much. So yeah, so I've been going to the same old places, not really finding anything, and then, you know, this is what's great about the hunting. I just really love it to go out on a hunt and just find cool stuff. So I've gone to this place a couple of times, bought a few games there, and yeah, as time went by, they just didn't have anything. So I just decided randomly to drop into the shop, and you know, I just found absolute treasures. All right, so my pickups for this week on the DVDs, I'm just going to quickly run through that, just to show you guys what kind of stuff I found out in the wild, and it's pretty cool, man. I can really, I find really good movies, you know, really watchable, rewatchable movies. So yeah, pretty much I got picked up 300. I've had about 3 copies of this already. I keep losing them, or people borrow them and they didn't bring them back. So I've got another copy of 300, so that's pretty cool. Really love that movie. One of Zack Snyder's best. Yeah, and then Spider-Man, this is like a special edition, the 2-disc version. Yeah, not really a big fan of Spider-Man, but that, yeah, I couldn't leave that one. Borat, I think this is probably one of the best comedies ever made. You know, that's debatable for some people, but this is just, I watched this so many times and I laugh every time. The 40-Year-Old Virgin with Steve Carell, I really like this movie. It's a really cool movie. And then I found The Day After Tomorrow. I don't know if you guys remember this movie. It's about the climate change and the end of the world, basically. And it's such a cool cover art. And this is actually a steel book. Doesn't have the booklet. But yeah, it's like a steel book. So that looks really, really nice. And what else did I get here? All right. So I'm also just like fishing for horror movies, obscure horror movies, or just like horror movies in general. Quarantine 2 Terminal. I haven't watched this. Don't really know, but yeah, it's a horror movie. So just add it to the collection. Cloverfield. I really enjoyed this kind of find footage movies. I really enjoy them, like Blair Witch Project and Paranormal Activity. I really enjoy those kind of movies. Yeah, the Exorcism of Emily Rose. I watched this. I watched this a long time ago, and this movie really freaked me out. I think it's really underrated. Some really good performances in there. Yeah, it was just, I don't know, a little disturbing. It's a disturbing movie. The Reaping. I've not watched this. I have no idea what this is about even, but yeah, I'll give it a go at some point. And then I found Avengers on DVD, comic book movie, and you know, this is probably the comic book era of movies that was probably still good. So yeah, that was pretty cool. And then I found Captain America: The First Avenger. This is still sealed in plastic, so yeah, brand new. It was okay movie. I think I like the second one better. But yeah, just to add that to the comic book section. And then Iron Man 2, also not a great movie, but yeah, also sealed. So that was pretty cool. All right, so then I went out. I usually go to the store as well. Now, this is probably the only store that I know of that actually still keeps sealed physical media. And yeah, so pretty much what the store is, that they're actually very expensive. So I don't think people go there to buy electronics and stuff because they're a little bit more overpriced than other places. And I think about a year ago, I dropped in there and they just had shelves and shelves of PlayStation 4, 5, and 3 games, and you know, all sealed, brand new, but the prices on them were ridiculous. So now, a year later, they've sort of pushed them out now into the bargain bins. And yeah, not to mention, this place's service absolutely blows, okay? Because I was standing there, I was packing out all the Xbox stuff to get to the PS3 stuff, and you know, the employees just kept on walking past. They didn't even look at me. So yeah, probably think I'm some kind of weirdo, you know? So that goes without saying that all the games are brand new. I found Alien Isolation for like a discounted price, brand new. It wasn't sealed, unfortunately, otherwise I would have kept it sealed. But yeah, the disc is just immaculate. It's never been played before. I think the first time that it actually went into a PS3 was my PS3. So this is a from what I hear, this is a pretty good horror game. It's very atmospheric. It's survival horror, and yeah, I'll definitely give that a go. I played a little bit of it, but not enough so I can give any kind of opinion on it. Yeah, so yeah, I was really psyched when I found this. It's not a game that I see often, and when they pop up, you know, there's people tend to buy them. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Now for my next section, right? This is where it gets. Oh yeah, and I managed to pick up Red Dead Redemption: The Undead Nightmare Edition. Yeah, like a zombie adventure open world set in the Red Dead universe. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Also picked it up for a really good price. Disc looks amazing still, so that was great. Great pickup there. Okay, now guys, now I went to the store that I told you about earlier, that's just sort of pushing the media out, and that's where I managed to pick up some of these sealed DVDs. So, and they had one of these turnstiles with a bunch of, you know, just PlayStation 4 stuff and just DVDs all just crammed in, and you can like rotate it. So I was looking through there, and as I turn it to the back, what I can only describe as like a very, very small glitch in my head. It short-circuited, and it just, you know, everything just went white. Okay, that's probably not the best description, but I think you understand what I'm saying. It was like a mini heart attack. I picked up 6 games, right? These 6 PlayStation 3 games, and just to give you guys like an idea, like I paid for this as much as I paid for these, you know, and that's why I love hunting. You know, it's just sometimes you just strike gold. All right, but without any further ado, let's go through it. These games, I'm suspect that they were part of someone's collection. He had a PlayStation 3 with these games, and he probably sold it to the second-hand place. He probably sold it to the second-hand place, and these games are in immaculate condition. So I just struck gold pretty much. All right, so the first game up is Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots. I've heard really good things. I've spoken with some subscribers to this channel, really telling me to give this a go. So I'm definitely going to hang on to this one and yeah, just dig into it. You know, I've never played Metal Gear Solid. I played the first one on the PlayStation. It was a PlayStation 1 game, but I played it on PlayStation 2. I still had the older version. I had the backwards compatibility, so you know I played that game a little bit. I wasn't really that into the stealth game at that point. I think I was a brand new owner of a PlayStation 2, so there were other things that I wanted to play rather than take recommendations. You know, I had kind of my own ideas of stuff I wanted to play, so yeah, I went that way. All right, Gran Turismo 6. I gave this a little bit of a go. I'm not that into car games and stuff, but you know the whole idea behind Gran Turismo, you know, this will just keep you busy for hours. I've also got the third one, A-Spec, I think, on the PlayStation 2. Yeah, Gran Turismo is pretty much just it's a driving simulator, and yeah, I don't need to say too much more about that because you know you guys know more than I do. All right, and then I picked up Little Big Planet. Such an interesting game. My daughter's actually started to play this now. Unfortunately, she can't read yet, so you know I have to sit there with her and just go through this. But yeah, Little Big Planet. I mean, you know, the innovation behind these games. I know the second one is probably the best one, but yeah, Little Big Planet. I picked this up like it was so cheap. All right, and then The Last of Us. I have not played it on PlayStation 3. I played the remaster on the PlayStation 4. It's a very gripping and engaging game. I understand why people rate this game so highly, and I think it's pretty much it was the end of the PlayStation 3 era, and this is probably the best game on the PlayStation 3. I mean, just graphically, it just looks fantastic. I popped it into the PlayStation 3 and I was still like, wow, this game just looks amazing. The narrative is a little bit depressing. I think that's the only thing why I wouldn't say that this is one of the greatest games ever. The narrative is really, it's a bummer. It's a total bummer. And yeah, but yeah, otherwise than that, the mechanics, the gameplay, everything else in The Last of Us is fantastic. It is really, really a masterpiece. I would just say that it's probably not my cup of tea necessarily, and I know people were very upset about the second installment. I know my brother still raves about it. I was good when I played this, and after the ending, I had fun with this. It was very engaging. So this game is amazing. But it's everybody has their preferences, but this is by all accounts a masterpiece. And if you don't know why, if you haven't played The Last of Us yet, then you should definitely give it a go. I think it's for a friend of mine always said that films were the most engaging medium to engage with as a viewer, because it's the sound, it's the imagery and everything like that. But this game, I feel, sort of broke that, because it really just pulls you into the story. You're responsible for the gameplay. So I think this is probably the most engaging and cinematic experience that you can have with a game. It engages you emotionally. It is really, now that I come to think of it, it is probably one of the best games ever made. And most people will agree with that. So if you have not played The Last of Us, you won't be disappointed. Let's just say that. But this copy is also from, it looks to me like it's one of those first editions before the game really sort of hit. Because, it actually says here from the creators of Uncharted. They made the Uncharted series as well. Naughty Dog. And so this is, I think, an earlier edition of this game. So that's pretty cool. I would have never bought this game. Alright, so then I found something that it's quite expensive and I've never seen it out in the wild. And it's Demon Souls. Also, disc is in immaculate condition. This just looks great. I popped it in for a bit. I'm not the best gamer in the world, and when games are difficult, like I can better utilize that time playing something else that I'm actually kind of good at. So yeah, terrible gamer, but I actually popped this in and gave it a little go. It's very atmospheric, so I'm very, very I'm intrigued. I'm very intrigued. I like the atmosphere. I've got a little bit sort of darkness in me, so the Souls games, I haven't really dug into them, but this is a perfect opportunity. All right, and then for the last one, I was just blown away by this. It's a Dark Souls Black Armor Edition. I mean, just look at that thing. That is unreal. I've heard about this thing, and just look at that. The light plays on it. Oh man, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And this is what I'm in for with game hunting and sort of collectibles hunting is just finding stuff like this. I mean, look at that. That is so cool. So it's Dark Souls 2. Apparently this I've had, and I haven't played it. I know. But apparently this is the easier one of the Souls series. And you've got your soundtrack, and you've got the game disc there. The only thing is the booklets are a little bit, but I'll try and iron that out with some very heavy books. Yeah, and so some leaflets and stuff in there. But I mean, how cool is that? I mean, how cool is that? And for the price I picked it up, I mean, this is an absolute steal. So yeah, Dark Souls 2. I mean, how... I couldn't believe my luck. It was unbelievable. So the Black Armored Edition, Special Edition Steelbook. This thing is amazing. And even though I'm not a Souls gamer, I'm gonna have a lot of trouble letting this thing go. It's just so beautiful. All right, so guys, yeah, that's pretty much it for the video today. Yeah, I just want to catch up and show you guys where I'm at with the collection. Let me know if you guys want to see more top 10 videos about films and games and stuff. Let me know if you want to see more of that content. We'd like to see more of this content. I'm sort of wading through to see where I need to focus on and lean into towards just either talk vintage gaming or go into the movies or do both, you know. Please let me know when you drop down the comments. Please, yeah, let's have a conversations, guys. You've been brilliant coming to the channel and chatting to me, making suggestions, you know, just absolutely having a blast with this community. And yeah, guys, I really appreciate all the subscribers, you know, and the views and likes and everything, guys. I really appreciate it. So yeah, so I'll chat to you guys again next week. Please stay safe and look after yourselves, obviously, because that is the most important thing in the world. I'll see you guys again next week. Cheers.